movies in chronological order. The Conjuring universe consists of 9 movies, but see, unlike the Alien franchise, there isn't a bunch of movies that came out decades later that serve as prequels, so the timeline order of these movies is actually pretty easy to follow. But chronologically, in the Conjuring universe, the very first movie is The Nun. The movie came out in 2018, but it was set in 1952, and this wasn't Valak's first appearance, but this was Valak's origin story. Valak first appeared in Conjuring 2, but that movie comes a little further down. And as a swift reminder, I am the biggest Nun hater on this app. I absolutely hate this fucking movie. The next movie in the franchise is Annabelle Creation. This movie was set in 1955 in California, 3 years after the events of The Nun. And just like the title suggests, this is the origin story of Annabelle. And as you know, Annabelle first made her appearance in the 2013 Conjuring movie, but that too comes a little further down the line. Third in the franchise is The Nun 2. Pretty self-explanatory, it's the sequel to the Nun movie. This one is also set in the 50s, meaning it comes way before the rest of these movies. Fourth in the franchise is the first Annabelle movie. This movie is set in 1967, also in California, and it's actually the second movie to come out in the whole Conjuring universe. I'm almost certain they only made this movie because people really like Annabelle in the first Conjuring movie. The fifth movie in the franchise is the beloved crown jewel of the whole universe, the original Conjuring from 2013, which was set in 1971. This movie is the first time we see Ed and Lorraine Warren, first time we see Annabelle, and this remains as the best movie in the franchise to this day. Now I know you're thinking Conjuring 2 is next, but it's not. It's actually Annabelle Comes Home. This movie set 1 year after The Conjuring in 1972. This movie deals with the Warren's daughter as she's trying to contain the spirit of Annabelle. Next, we got The Curse of La Llorona. Probably the least talked about movie in the Conjuring universe. Probably because it's the only one that doesn't involve the Warrens, the Nun, or Annabelle. This movie was set in 1973 and it's actually based on a Mexican urban legend. It's about this cop who's dealing with La Llorona as she's trying to kidnap her kids. I'll admit it's kind of one of my guilty pleasure movies because I didn't hate it. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Now we have The Conjuring 2, set in 1977. This is when we first got introduced to Valak, and it's also when we got introduced to the Crooked Man, a character who we were supposed to get a movie about, but we never did. A lot of people talk shit about this movie. Me personally, I fucking love it. It's damn near neck and neck with the first Conjuring in my opinion. And last in the franchise, we got The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. This movie was set in the 80s, making it the most recent movie chronologically. This movie took a different approach than the first 2 Conjuring movies, and honestly, when I first saw it, I freaking hated it, but after going back and rewatching it with a different aspect, I kind of liked it. And the next movie in the franchise is actually going to be The Conjuring Last Rites. I don't know where that one is going to stick in chronologically. It may come after the third one, may come before. I don't really know yet. I'm low-key very excited about that movie. All right, y'all, that's how you watch all the Conjuring movies in chronological order. Pretty much all these movies are available on Max if I'm not mistaken. So like